How's it going, everybody, and welcome to this tutorial video on how to easily get black marker off of your games. So here we have a disc version with some black marker on the side here, and as well as a cartridge with some black marker on the bottom here. So we're going to start off, just going to slide this back, and we're going to start with the cartridge. So a couple things you're going to need beforehand is obviously a cartridge with some black marker on it. And then you're also going to need some 99% rubbing alcohol. So 91% might be good enough. You're better off for the extra $1 to get the 99%. It's a lot better. The 91%, sorry, sometimes has extra filler in there that could not be so good for your game. So you're just for the extra $1, like I said, it's 100% better to go with the 99%. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take some Q-tips, which is another item we're going to need. Some cotton swabs, cheap as you can find, because you're just going to waste right through these. Get a big box bulk of the garbage ones and just use that. And open up your alcohol. We're going to do that over on the side here. And it's just as simple as dipping your Q-tip into the rubbing alcohol. Like so. Try not to spill it here. Okay, get it nice and wet. Don't necessarily have to have it dripping wet, but get it nice and wet. And then take your cartridge and just rub all over the marker. Now you can already see it's starting to run and it's starting to get picked up by the Q-tip. So now some markers, better markers, stronger markers, you'll have to really rub in there, but it shouldn't be too bad. And at first here, like you're going to see, we're getting kind of a purple discoloration on the game itself. That's not to worry about, like it'll all run out. Another thing that you should keep handy is some paper towels for the end to wipe it clean. So now, I mean, that phone number that was down there, don't call that number. I don't know. I'm guessing this was probably a game from a video store that was probably called AAA. This was number 7, and that was the return phone number or something. Whoops. So number. So anyways, once your Q-tip, like you see, our Q-tip here is pretty dark. Flip it over. Don't dip this side back in because it'll run back into your alcohol. So flip it over, go back in for some more, rub off the excess. Like make sure your Q-tip is wet, your cotton swab is wet, but not, dripping. You're just going to drip alcohol all over your table and stuff. So really push in there. Like we can still see, I can still see. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Yeah, you can. The outline. So really get in there, put a little bit of effort, force into it. Right, and push, get rid of that Q-tip. It's good to keep garbage is behind me, so we're just going to throw the Q-tips on the table for now. You can come across with a clean Q-tip, kind of pick up the running alcohol that has that ink in it. So for now, I mean, just for the sake of this video, I mean, you work at that, like you can still see the outline, you work at that a little bit longer, it'll be completely gone. Just to keep this short and sweet, we're going to move on. I'll clean this up later on my own. We're going to move on to the disc. So we have a Zelda Twilight Princess here. It's got some numbers and letters on it, and again, probably a rental that came in with just a little note for the renter, where it is, whose video it is, whose game it is. So again, wipe off the excess over on the side here. And just gently, with your discs, you don't want to squeeze them, you want to hold them firm. Don't squeeze them too hard, obviously don't break your disc. And it might take a little more work. I'm going to wet everything, like wet the whole marked area. But I'm just really going to work on one part at a time. And the reason why I chose this disc is, I mean, it's a light color. So you'll see it doesn't necessarily run. It will run, like, I mean, we're getting a little bit of discoloration, but you can clean that up with more alcohol and some paper towels. So keep working at it. Push a little harder, but not too hard on your discs, especially. Don't want to break your discs. You want to hold them gently, like don't smudge and squeeze the back or scratch the back of your nails or anything, right? Obviously. And then, like I said, you can flip it over. Clean it up a little with the cleaner side, and like I say, you see the I can see it with my eyes. I don't know about the camera. You can see how it's kind of running. But like I say, as you work at that, you'll clean up what you get to. So like the excess run. And you can keep the paper towel. I got some paper towels on the floor here. They should be on my table. You can keep some paper towels close, and as you wipe on it, you'll see use the paper towel to clean up your extra ink. Actually, I'm just going to get one right now. Put this back on. Like that. And now it's good once you do this. Sometimes you can buy games. Sometimes you can buy games for a lot cheaper just because they have writing and stuff on it. Or if you're at like a yard sale, or see, like the ink just comes right off. Or if you're at a yard sale or flea market or something, you can kind of haggle a little bit better for maybe get a couple dollars off because there is writing, and then you can just take it home and clean it up yourself, right? So we're gonna work on this, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna give you, like, I mean, just look at it, like it's the AV on the top there is gone, right? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna work on this, and then I'm gonna come back when they're all cleaned up and show you the end result of the perfect stuff. Alright, so we're back with our games fully cleaned. As you can see, the Zelda is just no more ink on the side. The this one here, actually, now that I'm really looking at it, I can still kind of faintly make out, so I'm probably going to clean that up a little more. But the AAA's number 7 completely gone up here, and total for both games together, it took me 7 double-sided Q-tips and a couple half sheets of paper towel. But like I say, I'm probably going to clean up the SNES game a little bit better. A couple of tips. First of all, obviously, I think I've mentioned this already, don't double dip your Q-tip into the alcohol once it's already got ink on it. Another thing would be to always use 99% alcohol when available. Don't use anything less than 91, at least 91%. 70% and all that, not worth it. It's just a waste of money. It's basically like stinky water is all you're going to get out of it. And be careful around your labels, especially the 99% alcohol. The higher the percentage, the more likely, if you do get it on a label of a game, it could run the ink off of your label. It could potentially lift your label slightly. It is doable. Like I've removed stickers from labels using 99% alcohol, but you got to be very careful and stuff like that. So don't, if you can, like where the AAA was up here, just a tip would be to kind of hold your game downward so that if there's too much, it'll run down and it won't run onto your label. Because like I say, depending on the type of game and stuff, it could affect your label, the color on your label, or the sturdiness of how well your label is attached to your game, especially if you have a broken label game, like that's already ripped or something like that. But anyways, that is that. We've removed from cartridge and from disc perfectly fine. They'll both still play, obviously. It didn't do nothing damaging to the actual game itself, and it was just that easy. It took maybe, let me see the clock, maybe 10 minutes, right? 15 at the top, so I'm not really positive. I don't know when I started. But anyways, that's all there is to it. Let me know what you thought about this tutorial in the comments, and if you want other tutorials, if I know anything, I will share my knowledge with you, and if I don't know, I'll go figure it out, try it, fail a couple times so you don't have to, and then I'll tell you how to do it right at the end. So thank you for watching. Have fun collecting your games, cleaning your games, and please come back and watch more videos off my channel. It'll be really appreciated. Till next time, be good everyone. Bye.